Welcome to my channel. I'm Patty. Today I'm going to be doing a 15 by 30 inch gallery wrap canvas Dutch pour. I'm going to be using these colors. I wanted something a little pastel, a little soft colors, and my base coat is going to be this, so I guess it's a dark gray. But if you look back on one of my other videos, I did a swipe with a gray swipe that I really liked. And this is part of that leftover paint that I added white to make it a little lighter. And I know pewter's in here, black's in here, phthalo blue's in here, gold, white. I had a canvas that I scraped and I just took all that paint, got it all together, put it in the cup, and I saved it and I used it as my background. So this is the third painting that I've used this paint, and it's turned out pretty good. Let me go over my colors. This right here, this is pearl white, and that is the golden iridescent pearl fine with the Creative Inspirations pearl, those two together. My medium today is probably 2 parts Floetrol to 1 part tube paint to about 1 part water. Now, depending on, some of these paints are fluid acrylics, some are craft paint, so of course you have to do that adjustment. Just make sure that they're all, including the base, is the same consistency, and you want to not leave a mound in your paints. So, for example, there's no mound. So, it's hard to say exactly, but if that's a good start. 1 part paint, 2 parts Floetrol, and about 1 part water. You might have to add a little bit more paint if you have craft paint. Anyway, let's get going with back to the colors. This is a silver, and that's Creative Inspiration Silver, along with Sterling Silver from Deco Art Metallics. These two. And I added some of this Extreme Glitter Silver from Folk Art. There's really no color to this. It's just, there's a lot of glitter. So those 3 paints make this silver color. This color is a leftover. It's been sitting around a while. On the top of the lid, I have Sunrise Shift paint and Highlight Red. So these are my shift paints, and I mix that with the Floetrol and the water, and this is from TK Trading Company, TKB Trading Company. They're out of Oakland. So, and I mixed just a little bit of the basics magenta with it, and I got this really light shimmery pink. Very light, pretty, soft. Reminds me of rose. Then this is a couple different paints. Artist Loft Light Magenta. I put some Color Shift. What is this? Color Shift. Guess I have to get my other glasses on. Color Shift with, also I used in this, I used some Pink Coral Hagee Life. I mixed a little bit of polyacrylic with this first before I added it to the paint. And this is the Pink Flush Shift paint. So those 3 together got me this color. Really pretty pink. Okay, and this color is, it's called Flesh Tint. It has a little bit of an orange tone, so I wanted to pinken it up a little bit, so I ended up adding some more of this Artist Loft Light Magenta. That's this color. Sort of looks like Pepto-Bismol in a way. Looks like, reminds me of bubble gum. Then the dark blue is the Artist Loft Turquoise. I put a little bit of the teal golden those two together. And then I put some primary elements, mixed it with polyacrylic and primary elements, African jade. Really pretty pigment. So those three made this dark blue. And the light blue, DecoArt Extreme Sheen, Sky Blue Topaz, and Craftsmart Icy Blue. Now on the top of this I wrote, it takes over. So I didn't put as much as this. And I mixed that with the light blue permanent. So those three together made this blue. It's very shimmery. I expect cells to happen with that extreme sheen. So there's a lot of different paints in here. One thing I try to do is make sure they all are the same consistency. This is going to be a pretty large pour. Dutch pour for me, probably my largest Dutch pour, 15 by 30, gallery wrapped, level 3. So wish me luck on that. That's a lot of paint. Anyway, let me get situated here and I'll be back and we can start working on it. Alright guys, we're ready to go. When it comes to Dutch pours, your paints, I mean, I'm going to say they can't be thin enough. Just when you think it's thin enough, thin it down some more. Every time I think it's thin enough, it's like, oh, did I get it thinner? Could I have made it thinner? Yes. I don't want to lose a lot of the pigment either, so we'll see how this goes. I know it looks uneven, but it'll all level out as we go because I thought the paint was pretty thin. So let's get going. Now for the order, make sure you get all your goobers too. Now's a good time to get your goobers. I already torched it. Just have a couple more bubbles here. Got a lot of extra paint. I know it's come off on that side. I have extra paint here to help the colors flow better. So what do I want to start with? You know what? I think I'm going to go with this darker blue first. I have less of this than anything. Okay, I don't want to wait too long. Make sure when you after you mix your paints, if you let it sit an hour and they're uncovered, especially the metallics, you are going to have to add more water. So make sure if you let your paint sit for any period of time, check them out again, test them, because most likely they've thickened up. Even if it's 15 minutes, sometimes they just thicken up so quick. And you don't want thick paint when it comes to a Dutch pour. Okay, let me give us a torch, see if we can get some cells. I see a few coming up. I'm really surprised I don't have more cells than I see. With all the different kinds of paint. I don't know if it's the base paint or what. I know I'm going to have to manipulate this I like the colors. I'm not getting the cell action I would like. Alright guys, I'm going to mess with it. I already blew it a little bit with the straw, but I have a lot of paint here, so hey, whatever happens, happens. If you're not happy with it, especially on a big one like this, I need to do something. So I'm pushing paint. I might have to scrape this one, guys. It's not coming out at all. So some of my really nice paintings were failed Dutch pours that I turned into other things, which I won't give up on this. The composition is messed up, so I'm just going to keep on trying. Hope it doesn't get too muddy. Well, I think I'm going to tilt it. And then, if that doesn't work, I'm going to get to swiping. You got to be happy. You got to be happy with your own work. And at some point, I might have been happy, but not anymore. I'm a little too picky now. Okay, what am I going to do? I think I'm going to tilt it. I am not set up for a swipe, but I'm going to see what I can do. So I'll be back. I have to get some paper towels cut. Alright guys, I'm going to be doing a swipe. I'm going to go ahead and tilt it back this way. I want the paint to be even on the canvas and try to get some of that color back even. So when I swipe, look halfway decent. Go ahead and lay some color down. I'm not going to try to hit the middle. I'm going to be about right here. Then I'm going to use Australian Floetrol and US Floetrol with the black oxide as my swipe color. I'm using wet paper towels. So let's get going. I'm going to use the same colors. I'm going to do it about right here. Make sure I got that straight. I don't think I'm going to use that Pepto-Bismol color. I'm going to use this white. That always gives me some action. Go in with the blue. It's pretty pink. Silver. Alright, go ahead and do pink down the middle again. And lay that black Right on the pink. Probably sink like it always does. I thinned it out. I don't know if it's thin enough. All right, let's see if I can save it. This is exactly why you don't give up. All right, guys, I am so happy with this. Oh my gosh. Wow. I don't even know what to say. Okay, I'm going to do some work on the sides here. I want to swipe the sides and pray I don't mess the top up. But this is really pretty. All right, guys. Wow. This was such a struggle to get here, but I love it. It is amazing. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love the colors. I love the composition. I like how it turned out. I like how from the Dutch pour you had different colors sort of going throughout, so it's not just the same, if you know what I mean. I love the cells are incredible. I touched up the sides. It's one of my favorite swipes, and I'm just praying. I am almost positive there's not too much paint on there. I'm praying that it dries good. I will put a picture of it dry at the end of the video. As you can see, never give up. A swipe is always something you can do over a bad pour, as you can see. Yeah, and if you're not happy with it, start over again. I mean, the paints, I used leftover paint, so it's not like it cost a lot to redo this. Even if this didn't turn out, I would have just scraped it. The canvas is too expensive to just have a crappy pour. Hey guys, here's a close-up of it. Decided to give you the close-up. Look at that. That is so pretty. I'm so happy with this. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Please subscribe. Dried results will be at the end. Thanks.